Hey guys, so welcome back to the Detailing Space channel, and here we've got the first detail of 2024. We've got this stunning Rolls Royce Ghost Series 1. It's been brought around to take care of a few scuffs on the passenger front wing, but before we go ahead and do that, we're going to give it a full detail. As I said, this is the first detail of 2024, and what better car to start the year off with than this. So as always, then we're going to start off with the wheels. We're going to give them a thorough rinse down first of all. And as you can see, the wheels aren't overly dirty, but there's a bit of light traffic film and grime on there. So we're going to use a pre-mix wheel cleaner as well from Garage Therapy and put that all over the wheels. I'm not going to be scrubbing the tyres too much because this was cleaned like a month ago and it's got some tyre dressing that looks pretty decent on there. So I'm just going to be focusing mainly on the wheels and get as far into those barrels as I can. Although a couple of the wheels do look like they could do with refurbing on the inside anyway. So to get in there then, I'm just going to use the wheel woolies to get into the barrels. And I've got the Vicon soft wheel brush for the faces as well. And this is easily going to take care of something just like this. And we'll give it a thorough rinse off afterwards. So with the wheels out of the way and onto the pre-wash stage, we're going to be using a bunch of products from Nexen here. You may have seen the unboxing video I put out there a couple of months ago. These products have come all the way from Australia, so we're going to be trying these today. And I've started off with the foam decon. Now the instructions, first of all, it would be nice if they put the instructions and directions on the bottle, but you have to use your phone to get those. Anyway, that aside, the instructions say mix this at a 1:40 mixture. And as you can see here, it's very thin. It's not really clinging. It's not really doing much. By the time I went and changed the dilution, this had all vanished. So I tried again. Usually you use a snow foam at a 1:10 mixture. I tried with 1:15. I didn't have to go 1:10 or 1:20. So I went halfway. 1:15 mixture. I've made about 600 ml of product here. And you can see it's thick enough and it's covered the entire cart nicely. So yeah, if you are watching this and you do go ahead with this product, I would recommend for an initial wash going at more of a 1:10, 1:15 ratio. As I say, 1:40, I believe it's stretching it a little bit, really. So whilst I left the foam to dwell for a few minutes, I went around all the nooks and crannies, the window trims and the little angel thing on the front. I forget what the name is. Spirit of Ecstasy, is that right? I went around with some super clean. I did follow the instructions on this. I've mixed this in a large pump sprayer and I've diluted this at 40:1, and that's their instructions for delicate interior surfaces. And I thought, well, you know what, I don't want to ruin any of the bright work on this car, so we're going to play it safe and use it at 40:1. You can, however, also use it undiluted for really bad grime and dirt on there. So if this was heavily dirty, I probably would have set some aside and used it maybe 10:1 or even neat, but no, I use this at just at 40:1 over the entire car. Onto the wash stage then, and again we went back to the foam decon. You can use that as a shampoo as well. So the 40:1 mixture I mentioned earlier for the snow foam stage, it's probably okay to spray it over at 40:1 if you're going to wash with it on the car, but in a bucket it recommends using it at 1:1000. So I just did about 2 capfuls in a 20 litre bucket. It's nice and sudsy, nice and foamy, and it feels really well lubricated as you wash the car as well. As I said, the car was fairly clean. This felt like it would have done a good enough job, but it's hard to tell the exact difference, but it felt nice to use, and as I said, produced a lot of suds and foam as well. Once the car was all washed and rinsed off, then it was time to go ahead and dry the car. But before we did that, I gave it a boost of protection. So this car already has a ceramic coating on here. And in fact, it came to me about a year ago to address a problem with the ceramic on the driver's side front door. Anyway, we gave it a boost with the Ceramic Express. You can use this on wet and dry surfaces. So if you're going to be using it on dry surfaces, you will just spray 1 or 2 mists of this over a panel. Buff that in, so to speak, with a microfiber cloth, and then buff it off with a fresh, clean, dry microfiber cloth. If you're using it on a wet surface, you just spray again 2, maybe 3 mists of it over a panel, and then pressure wash that off. If you're feeling really, really lazy, what you can do is you can just get the pressure washer and spray the product into the pressure washer stream, and that has the exact same effect, nice and quick, especially on cold, wintry days like this. You don't even need to be getting your hands too close and too wet on the car. You can just spray it straight into the pressure washer stream and it'll add instant protection whilst also removing it at the same time. So it's doing all the work for you for very little effort, and you can pretty much boost your entire car in as little as 2 or 3 minutes. So yeah, top tip there, just OG it, just spray it straight into the fan of the pressure washer. So before I go ahead any further, I just want to talk about a documentary that I released a couple of months ago. It's the history of detailing, and it's got basically covers everything from how the products were first created to how we got to where we are today in the industry and the effects that social media, YouTube, Instagram have all had on the detailing industry. Basically, it's got some big names in there as well, such as Mike Phillips. We've got Jim White and Pan the Organizer. So I'll leave a link in the description below. I'll put a card at the end of this video for you to watch afterwards. But yeah, for now, let's get back into the video, and yeah, make sure you check that one out afterwards. Being much appreciated. So yeah, let's crack on. With the car all clean and dry now, then it's now onto the polishing stage. So it's just this front wing here, and basically I was on a country road and he had to take some evasive action and avoid an oncoming car, and unfortunately it clipped the hedgerow at the side, so it's left some scuffs and scratches down the side. I will be doing a separate video on how to tackle these kind of scratches, but essentially we got these out with a microfiber, quite an aggressive microfiber pad actually, and some heavy compound, and then just finished it off with a black finishing pad, all from Lake Country Manufacturing, using the UDOS 5-in-1 as well. And we changed the stroke size a couple of times as well, the orbit diameter. So yeah, as I said, there'll be another video coming next week on how to tackle these, so make sure you subscribe and check that out. And then finally it was onto all the finishing touches. So we topped up the tyre dressing. We used the Duragel, again from NextZen. This is a very wet, slick looking product as well. Didn't need a great deal of this. Yeah, if you like your tyres looking wet and slick, this is a product for you. And then before the owner came round to collect it, then we went around the entire car with some Z&R Plus. This is kind of like the quick detailing spray that you just use to remove any water drips, finger marks and things like that. Anything between washes you would normally use this. Or as I said, once the car's been stood for a few hours, you just want to get rid of any pollen and dust. Yeah, this is perfect. And it, as I say, it also removes some light water spotting as well. So yeah, the bits that drip down the wing mirrors and out the badges, this will clear that up no problem as well. So Z&R Plus, they also do a Z&R rinseless wash, which I've not had a chance to use in this video, but I think I will be doing a rinseless wash kind of video in the coming months, ready for the summertime. I've been using one towards the end of last year on my car, and now I've got this one as well. We can compare the two and see how they look. So there we have it then. We've got some nice finishing shots in. As you can appreciate, the car looks absolutely fantastic. The owner does drive this car daily, by the way. It's a great car to have for the first on the channel for this year. Hopefully I've got some more awesome cars coming for you in 2024. So if you've enjoyed this video, then don't forget to smash that like button. As always, please go ahead and click that subscribe button too. It really does help us out and it doesn't cost you guys a thing. So hope you've enjoyed this one, and we'll see you in the next video.